Hi, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be. I'm Donna from Donna Morgan Counselling. I wanted to start making some videos because there is quite a lot of heightened anxiety around the coronavirus, understandably so. A lot of us are feeling stressed. A lot of us, it's kind of triggering anxiety that we already have. We're not sleeping so well. People are feeling just on edge and they're not quite sure why. But then obviously when the news comes along and it tells us quite frightening things like Boris Johnson did yesterday, it's understandable that we're all feeling slightly edgy. So I thought I would start with some simple basic techniques and then follow on day by day with some new stuff. So the first thing that I really want to get across today is about 20 years ago, a gentleman called Robert Holden did a program for the BBC called The Happiness Project. And they interviewed people who suffered with depression, stress and anxiety, and they wanted to get a common thread for what was going on for them to see if there was something that was common in all of them. And the first thing that they noticed was that they all watched the news. They watched the news in the morning, they read the newspaper, they listened to the radio, they listened to the 10 o'clock news before they went to bed. Now, these people altered their behaviours. They didn't watch the news before they went to bed, and their anxiety and their depression went down. So, the current situation that we're in at the moment, we can't really not watch the news, we can't not really listen to the news. We're in a situation that we've never been in before. Apart from the previous generation that had the war and had to listen to the news constantly on the radio. But I do suggest that we limit the amount of exposure that we have to it, because it is all quite scary, it is all quite stressful, it's all quite unknown, we don't really know what's going to happen. So if you are going to listen to the news, maybe listen to it in the morning, maybe listen to it at lunchtime. Don't listen to it just before you go to bed. Don't have the radio on constantly telling you all these horrible things and scary thoughts that are out there. And maybe just be aware of how much you are listening to on an unconscious level. People are talking about it at work, people are talking about it in the supermarkets, people are panic buying in the supermarkets. Maybe just notice what you're noticing, and if you're getting an awful lot of negative, scary stuff coming your way, then limit your exposure to it. You do have a choice in this. You can turn off the radio. I'm not saying don't listen to the news, I'm just saying limit the amount of time that you do. And please step outside wherever you are. If it's safe to do so, go outside, take some deep breaths, and just remember to breathe. When we get stressed, we limit our breathing and we get very fixed and rigid in our bodies. Just remember to just put our shoulders back and take a big deep breath. Now, a lot of people will say, oh well, I'm breathing all the time, but you're not breathing fully into your chest and fully into your body and noticing that your shoulders are up here. Just take a breath, just take a few minutes, even if it's in the morning with your morning cup of tea or coffee. Step outside, take some deep breaths, go back in and face the day. So have a wonderful weekend. I will be making some more of these videos. Please excuse the slightly awkwardness of it. This is my first one, but I look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye.